Tiers Week rolls on with the outfield position next on Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5. As always, make sure to follow and stream us on Spotify. Today is Thursday, January 20th. I am Frank Stanfield, joined by Scott White. And let's start with the elite tier for the outfield position. That includes Fernando Tatis, Juan Soto, Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, Kyle Tucker, Ronald Acuna, and Luis Robert. Scott, if you have a late first-round pick, early second-round pick, then you're going to have a decision to make. Mike Trout, Betts, Tucker, Ronald Acuna, they're all going in a similar range. How do you sort through that group of outfielders?
Yeah, so we've all seen, like certainly in the case of Trout, Betts, and Acuna, we've seen them be top 5 picks, number 1 overall picks in the past. I think Acuna definitely belongs on the back end of this group because he's coming back from a torn ACL, and it's not clear he's going to be ready for the start of the season. And I think the expectation is that he won't be. He might not be back till May. If I don't see him play any spring games, the possibility of a setback is just too much for me to invest a first-round pick in him. And in the case of Trout and Betts, you know, their seasons, their 2021 seasons were obviously marred by injury. In Trout's case, the calf, and Betts' case, the hip, that put him on and off the IL, and he played through some, and it impacted his numbers. But he finished strong. Trout's calf should be fully healed for the start of the season. I think I give them the edge over Tucker because of track record, but there's not a lot of reason to doubt Tucker either. So I think it's appropriate they're all in the same tier here, and it's supposed to not be an easy choice to make when they are all in the same tier like this.
That's exactly right. Let's move on to the near elite tier, which features Cedric Mullins, Starling Marte, Whit Merrifield, Aaron Judge, Yordan Alvarez, Teoscar Hernandez, George Springer, Byron Buxton, and Ketel Marte, with Whit Merrifield a tier lower in points league. Scott, it appears that we've done a complete 180 on Teoscar Hernandez from last season, and rightfully so. He was amazing. 296 batting average, 32 homers, 116 RBI, 12 steals. He finished 8th overall in Roto. Do you feel comfortable using a mid to late third-round pick on Teoscar Hernandez?
It still feels weird to see him ranked here between Aaron Judge and George Springer, 2 early round mainstays. But I mean, you look at the numbers, and I think it justifies it. He cut the strikeout. He went from striking out about every 3rd plate appearance in 2020 when he still had a good year to every 4th plate appearance last year. So that's a big improvement, and it removes the biggest risk factor for him in my mind. And then if you look at everything else, I mean, he impacts the ball like an elite power hitter. He has enough speed to contribute at least the 12 steals he did last year. Maybe that number even goes up. So as weird as it feels, I think this is where he belongs, and I'm gonna try not to be afraid to take him if the tiers say that I should in that round 4 range, let's say.
I really like the value on his teammate George Springer, who's going at pick 57.3, and Byron Buxton going at pick 65. They are also in the near elite tier, though towards the bottom of this tier, Scott, and I think they have as much talent as anybody. It's just a matter of them staying healthy. So that's part of the reason why you get them at this discount.
Yeah. I mean, if we had seen Byron Buxton play even 100 games more than once in his career, you know, he's been so injury prone. If we'd seen him play at a reasonable volume, apart from that one season when he played like 140 games, then he might rank among the elite. He put up numbers like the elite last year. Batting over 300, OPS over 1,000. It was truly a breakout season for him, but it was only over about 60 games. So there's still a lot of reason for doubt, and that's why he's tiered here with the near elite instead.
The next best things tier features Eloy Jimenez, Nick Castellanos, JD Martinez, Jesse Winker, Brian Reynolds, Tyler O'Neill, Kyle Schwarber, Giancarlo Stanton, Mitch Haniger, Randy Arozarena, Chris Bryant, Cody Bellinger, and Christian Yelich. Scott, Bellinger and Yelich are going to be very polarizing players heading into draft season, and rightfully so. Which one do you like more, and are you actually looking to draft one of these guys in your drafts?
I'm not intentionally out to draft either of them, but I tiered them as high as I could as opposed to as low as I could. So I'm recognizing that they may just fall to me, and I'll be happy to take them if they do. Bellinger is the one I prefer. He's 4 years younger than Yelich, and between the shoulder surgery and some ill-advised mechanical changes, it seems like his struggles may be self-inflicted, and there's a way he could snap out of them just as abruptly. With Yelich, it's not as clear. So I'd rather take a chance on Bellinger, but they're both boom or bust picks at this point. I just think they're more being drafted as busts than booms.
For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, your smart speakers, or anywhere else podcasts are found. And thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. We'll be back again on Tuesday morning. Bye-bye.